Moving on to Sunday now, and fourth placed Aston Villa play host to fifth placed Spurs as these two teams battle for Champions League football. As touched upon in our last selection, Aston Villa managed to win their game last time against Luton Town by winning 3-2. They somewhat bottled a 2-goal lead, but managed to steal the 3 points back in the last minutes thanks to Digne's goal. This does mean that the Villains have now 3 straight wins in the Premier League going into their Thursday night fixture against Ajax in the Conference League. Again, as touched on the last selection, Spurs showed great character to pull back their win from a goal down against Crystal Palace. Son added the cherry on top of the cake with his stoppage time goal, and that's his 13th of the season. In terms of form, that means that Spurs are now unbeaten in 4 of their last 5 games. When we look at the head-to-head record, Villa dominated proceedings over the last 3 encounters, winning all 3. This includes the 2-1 win earlier in the season, which was a highly competitive game for both sides, as they combined for 33 efforts on goal, combining for 4.1 xG. With numbers like that, it's difficult to look past goals in this selection. Aston Villa have seen over 2.5 goals in each of their last 7 games in all competitions. Across the season, Villa's games are averaging 3.56 goals per game, with over 2.5 goals occurring 74% of the time. At Villa Park, both of these numbers increased to 3.85 goals per game and 77% of games seeing over 2.5 goals. For Spurs, on the other hand, they have seen over 2.5 goals in each of their last 9 Premier League games. In terms of percentage, we're looking at 81% of their games have seen 3 or more goals scored. On the road, this does drop to 75%, but it's still one of the better records in the division. It's going to be a difficult game to call the outright winner, but I do feel pretty confident that we'll see goals in this one. So I'm going to be putting a full stake on over 2.5 goals in bet number 2.